In our small town alone, there are over 1,000 young people living on the streets, left without a bed or a safe place to stay. Every day is a struggle for the most basic necessities. Even a simple pair of socks can impact a life for the better. If we're willing to listen, their stories can change our lives, and we in turn can change theirs.
Bend is kind of unique to this because when I see these kids, like the typical day for them in the winter is they'll be in sleeping bags, and a lot of times they'll be sleeping outside. They'll try to make fire, so they need like batteries, propane, things that keep them warm. And then they'll come out of the sleeping bags, and inside of those sleeping bags they'll put animals, cats, dogs, things like that, draw from their heat just to kind of stay warm. And then they'll head out, and their typical day they'll go and ask for money. They'll go to Spain for money, and there are so many people that abuse that system that I think people don't know what to make of these kids. But we don't really have much in the way of shelter for women or for children in our community, and the ones that are there are really maxed out, and they lack for money, resources, and and staff. So their days are just cycle like that.
My mom's a little bipolar, has her problems with me, and ended up kicking me out, and stayed down at the circle for a while. It's the only place that I knew where my friends actually hung out. It started getting really cold, and I only had, one pair of pants, no socks, beat up pair of shoes with holes all in the bottom, and I didn't really know where to go or what to do. And when we come out here and we ask people for money, 30 cents here, 20 cents there, whatever. If you can spare a penny, I'll be happy. If you can even spare a hug, I'll be happy. But nobody realizes that. They think, oh, we're just out here to get 20 bucks, go buy some drugs or something. It's not about that. It's about people acknowledging us and noticing us.
Yeah, I lived right behind what's that high school? It's behind a high school. They allowed me to sleep back there. I'd keep my cardboard boxes behind the bush and my blankets. Yeah. And I went to school every day. Literally, you hear probably every 5 minutes a siren going off, fights or a shotgun, and I don't know. I want to get away, keep running.
For some reason, I just was dealt a great hand in life, and a lot of these kids were dealt really crappy hands. I was dealt all aces, and I don't know why I got chose for that. I think our goal as we started into this deal was to hopefully see that our world as we live in it at this point will look different the next day, because we did something that was beyond ourselves.
They asked me to come to a concert one time for Icon City, and once I got there, people were asking me, do you need anything, is there anything we can help you with, because it is cold out here. I was like, yeah, if I could just get a jacket, a blanket, or something. And they hooked me up with a tent, hooked me up with sleeping bags to keep me warm, shoes that didn't have giant holes with them, and basically they gave me what I needed so I could stay warm.
So we hope gone are the days of the one-night stand where you kind of blow in and maybe you'll do one event a year. Why don't you do that event like every week? Why don't you live that kind of life every day? I think if we do that, then we'll move a city, and then possibly we could move a state, and who knows where it can go from there.